Something extraordinary is happening in China that will completely transform how humans move across the planet. Can you imagine a vehicle that drives like a car, floats across water, and flies through the air? Well, China has already built it. While the rest of the world debates whether flying cars are even possible, Chinese engineers are preparing to mass-produce them. From military machines that reach impossible speeds on water to autonomous air taxis already carrying passengers over city skylines, China is engineering a transportation revolution that seems straight out of science fiction. Today, I'm going to show you the 8 most incredible Chinese vehicles that conquer land, water, and air, including a modular flying car that will undoubtedly leave you speechless. Stay until the very end, because what you'll see at number 1 is already redefining the future of transportation. We start with something that has completely shattered the limits of what military vehicles can do on water. The Type 05 ZBD-05 is the fastest amphibious combat vehicle ever built, reaching an incredible 30 kilometers per hour on water. To put that in perspective, America's equivalent program was designed to reach 29 miles per hour. But here's what's crazy. The United States cancelled that program entirely. China is now the only country on Earth operating vehicles with this capability. How does it achieve such impossible speed? The secret lies in a dual-mode engine that completely transforms depending on the terrain. On water, the engine generates a staggering 1,475 horsepower, propelling the vehicle through powerful water jets mounted at the rear. The moment it hits land, the system switches to 550 horsepower, reaching speeds of 65 kilometers per hour on roads. But the real engineering genius is in the suspension. When this beast enters the water, its wheels retract toward the hull while the bow extends outward, transforming the vehicle into a streamlined torpedo. By eliminating drag, Chinese engineers achieved what seemed impossible: a 26-ton armored vehicle that cuts through water faster than anything competitors could even design. This machine carries a 3-person crew plus up to 8 armed infantry, with a cruising range of 500 kilometers. China has built a machine that dominates 2 elements simultaneously, in ways no other nation has managed to achieve. In 7th place, we have something that marks a historic first for humanity: a flying taxi that requires no pilot at all. The Ahang EH216-S became the world's first certified pilotless passenger-carrying aircraft when Chinese aviation authorities approved it in October 2023. This machine carries 2 passengers through the sky at 130 kilometers per hour, reaching altitudes of 3,000 meters with absolutely no one at the controls. How is this possible? The aircraft uses 16 propellers powered by 16 electric motors, all controlled by an autonomous system that follows preset routes using 5G connectivity. The carbon fiber fuselage keeps weight minimal, while the redundant motor design ensures that even if components fail, the aircraft lands safely. But here's what truly sets China apart. While Western competitors like Joby and Archer are still chasing certification that could take 5 to 7 years, Ehang achieved approval in just 31 months after completing over 40,000 test flights. And they're not waiting around. The EH216-S is already conducting commercial sightseeing flights along Shanghai's Huangpu River and has flown demonstrations in 18 countries worldwide. China achieved what seemed impossible: putting pilotless flying taxis in the sky and carrying real passengers before anyone else on the planet. In sixth place, we have the machine that proved air taxis aren't just for short hops across cities. They can replace entire highway journeys. In February 2024, Autoflight's Prosperity completed something unprecedented. The world's first intercity air taxi demonstration flight. It flew from Shenzhen to Zhuhai in just 20 minutes. That same journey takes 3 hours by car. The Prosperity seats 5 passengers and uses a revolutionary lift and cruise design. It takes off vertically like a drone, using powerful rotors, then transitions to fixed-wing flight for efficient horizontal cruising. This combination allows it to achieve something remarkable: a world record distance of 250.3 kilometers on a single battery charge. No other electric aircraft has flown further. But Autoflight didn't stop there. Their carry-all cargo variant became the world's first ton-level eVTOL to receive type certification in March 2024. With a maximum takeoff weight of 2,200 kilograms, these aren't lightweight toys. They're serious aircraft capable of real transportation. The company has completed over 10,000 test flights and secured partnerships with battery giant CATL to push range even further. With over 1,100 pre-orders already on the books, Autoflight is transforming what was once a frustrating 3-hour highway crawl into a 20-minute flight above the clouds. Number 5 brings us to something from a company you might recognize, but definitely not for building flying machines. AeroHT is a subsidiary of Geely, the Chinese automotive giant that owns Volvo, controls Lotus, and holds a stake in Mercedes-Benz. Now they're building flying cars, and they're already taking orders. The AE200 carries 6 passengers at a cruising speed of 248 kilometers per hour, with an operational range of 200 kilometers. Those numbers put it among the fastest and longest-range air taxis in development anywhere in the world. But what makes this aircraft truly remarkable is its tilt-rotor technology. 8 electrically powered rotors can rotate from vertical to horizontal, allowing the aircraft to take off like a helicopter and then fly forward like an airplane. In June 2024, the AE200 became the first aircraft in China and only the second globally to complete full-scale, full-weight, full-envelope tilt-rotor transition flights. By May 2025, AeroHT secured CCAR 135 certification, allowing passenger transport operations. The company has already accumulated over 1,000 commercial pre-orders and plans to begin pilot services in Chengdu as early as 2026. An automotive empire that owns some of Europe's most prestigious car brands is now proving that the future of transportation isn't just about better cars. It's about leaving the ground entirely. At number 4, we have something that solves the biggest limitation holding back electric flight: range. The EHang VT35, unveiled in October 2025, can fly 200 kilometers on a single charge and stay airborne for a full 60 minutes. That's nearly double what its predecessor could achieve. This isn't a city hopper. It's an intercity transportation system. The aircraft uses a tandem wing design with 8 lifting propellers for vertical takeoff and a pusher propeller at the rear for efficient forward flight. This configuration allows it to cross seas, traverse mountains, and connect cities that would take hours to reach by car. And here's what makes it truly revolutionary. There's no pilot. The VT35 flies completely autonomously using obstacle detection, automated route planning, and redundant safety systems. Step inside and you'll find a luxury cabin with gull-wing doors, a panoramic display showing your trajectory, climate controls, and in-flight entertainment. The Chinese government is betting heavily on this technology. Ehang and the Hefei municipal government signed a joint investment agreement worth $140 million to develop and manufacture the VT-35 locally. Priced at 6.5 million yuan, Ehang is proving that autonomous flight isn't just a gimmick. It's becoming the future of intercity travel. In third place, we have something that takes the flying car concept one step further. After you fly away, your ground vehicle drives itself home. The GAC Gove, developed by the automotive giant behind Aeon Electric Vehicles, uses what engineers call a decoupling split configuration. The flight cabin physically separates from the ground chassis, takes you wherever you need to go, and the ground vehicle autonomously navigates back to base on its own. Imagine this. You land at your destination, step out of the flight cabin, and your car is already driving itself home through city streets without you. No parking at vertiports, no leaving your vehicle stranded. The ground module serves as both an intelligent takeoff platform and a mobile charging station for the flight cabin. In September 2024, GAC received official certification from Chinese aviation authorities, and by March 2024, the Go-V had already completed its first urban flight demonstration over Guangzhou's central business district. The company has conducted over 400 flight verifications and demonstrated the cabin separation technology at Airshow China. GAC targets pilot operations in 2 to 3 cities across the Greater Bay Area by 2027. They've solved one of flying cars' biggest problems. What happens to your vehicle when you take off? At number 2, we have something still in development, but the specifications are already leaving engineers worldwide speechless. The XPENG A868 was unveiled in Dubai in October 2025, and it represents a massive leap beyond anything currently flying. This hybrid long-range flying car achieves a flight range exceeding 500 kilometers and a maximum speed over 360 kilometers per hour. To put that in perspective, that's faster than most helicopters and rivals the cruising speed of many propeller aircraft. The A868 represents Phase 2 of XPENG AeroHT's ambitious roadmap. While their first product handles short, low-altitude flights, the A868 is designed for something far more ambitious. True city-to-city transportation. A journey that might take 5 hours by car could be completed in under 90 minutes through the air. The hybrid powertrain solves the range limitations that plague pure electric aircraft, combining extended range with speeds that make intercity travel genuinely practical. This isn't just a flying car anymore. The A868 represents the next evolution. A vehicle that doesn't just hop around cities, but replaces highway journeys entirely. And now we reach number 1. The vehicle that isn't just redefining transportation, but actually entering mass production in 2026. The XPENG land aircraft carrier is a 6-wheeled mothership that carries a 2-seat flying machine inside its trunk. When you're ready to fly, the rear opens, rails extend, and the aircraft rolls out, automatically unfolding its 6 carbon fiber propellers. The entire process takes just 5 minutes with no manual intervention required. The ground vehicle delivers over 1,000 kilometers of range using an 800-volt Silicon Carbide platform, while the flight module achieves 30 minutes of airtime controlled by a single joystick that anyone can master in about 10 minutes. When you land, the mothership recharges the aircraft in just 18 minutes, supporting 5 to 6 flights before needing fuel. But here's what truly sets this apart. This isn't a concept. XPENG has received type certification, completed public crewed flights, and built a 180,000 square meter factory capable of producing 10,000 units annually. They've already secured over 7,000 orders globally, including a 600-unit deal from the Middle East, the largest overseas flying car order in history. The land aircraft carrier isn't just the future of transportation. It's the future arriving in 2026. What we've just witnessed is nothing less than a transportation revolution unfolding in China. From combat vehicles that conquer both land and water to modular flying cars that will roll off production lines next year, China is building machines that seemed impossible just a decade ago. The country's low-altitude economy is projected to reach 1.5 trillion yuan by 2025 and over 3.5 trillion yuan by 2035. The question is no longer whether flying cars will become reality. They already are. The real question is whether the rest of the world can keep up with Chinese innovation. Which of these vehicles impressed you the most? Would you dare to fly in a pilotless air taxi? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this.